What's up guys, Derek from Legendary here. In this video, we're going to dive into how to use the website and funnel builder inside of Legendary Leads. In the last video, we covered the funnel library, so make sure to dive in there and get some of those templates. It's always good to start from a solid foundation when you're doing design, and we have some really good funnels in there for you to start from. So I'm not going to dive too much into the library, just know you can scroll through over 100 templates and growing here to get some inspiration, kind of see which design you want to start from, and we can edit from there once you submit this form and send us your request. So with that being said, let's dive right into the builder. We're going to go to the Sites tab here. So these are all the funnels we have currently. I've loaded up a dentist funnel just for this demo, which we'll click into. So a couple things here. On the left, you have your steps, which are basically funnel pages. This landing page will be the first step in the funnel. So if anyone visits the main URL, that's where they're going to land. And here's a preview of that. So you can see it looks very nice. We could do some cool stuff with this funnel and get some nice leads coming in. So to get into the actual builder, what we're going to do is click this edit button and hit edit page. So just a walkthrough of the builder. We have basically 4 types of elements on the page. We have sections, which are the major placeholders, which you can set the width of the section to be larger or smaller, full width, or contained into a certain width, like 1200 wide if you want a shorter section here. All of our other elements will be contained inside of these sections. Then we have rows, which basically tells us how many columns we want to have in a certain section. So you can see here, like I've highlighted this, it has 3 rows, so we can build 3 columns inside of that area. So that's nice for doing different layouts, like we want a side-by-side section here, so we would add 2 rows and then put our elements within those rows. Next we have columns, which is basically just the holder for the elements within a row. So you can see those highlighted in purple. And then finally elements, which are all the little buttons, the text, the font that we use throughout the site, and we'll add those to the containers, which are our columns, rows, and sections, wherever we want. So to add like a new element, we would click add element, and it's going to pop up all the available options here for us. So if we wanted to add a new headline, all we would have to do is drag and drop that into one of our containers. So if I wanted to put one up here, it's going to look something like this. And then on the left, we'll be able to make all our edits here. So if I want to change the color, I can do that there. That's the normal color. This option is bold, so I'm going to want to change the bold text as well. If you turn something into a link, you'll want to update that as well. Then we can just click in here and make any edits we want. And it's going to instantly edit on the site. Anytime we want to publish a change, we'll hit save and update metadata. Then we can hit preview, and it's going to populate the latest preview of our site here. As far as metadata, you can update that here in settings anytime. This is how it's going to be read in Google. So you can put your keywords in here, title, description, and this will populate across socials as well. So if you want an image, you can load that here, and that will preview below how it's going to look on social media. So just for an example, I'm just going to quickly plug in my logo. So you can look below here kind of how it's going to look. You'd obviously want to add more info here, but that's the gist of what you want to do. I usually use like a YouTube thumbnail sized image. So if you look up the dimensions of a YouTube thumbnail, that's a pretty decent size to use for your social image. And you can update that anytime for each page individually. All right, so another thing we want to cover is mobile responsiveness. A good percentage of people who visit your site will be on mobile and not desktop. So you can edit both views using these toggles up here. So we have the desktop toggle and the mobile toggle. Now, most of our templates are already mobile optimized, but you have to be kind of cognizant of the fact that you'll need to make edits in both places a lot of times. So some elements are designed specifically only for mobile. So if you go to advanced, you can see the visibility here. Like this element I'm on is only for desktop. And if I go to advanced on these elements, they're only for mobile. So if I make changes to this on desktop and implement it, I'm still going to need to go to mobile and make that same change. Now you can design sites in a way that you do both at once. So if you made this kind of both mobile and desktop, if you built this from scratch, you could then adjust the size accordingly. So you could change your mobile font size here, and it would also update the mobile version. But to truly do the best kind of mobile optimized site you can, it's kind of best to build them independently. So some of the options you have for edits, you can change colors, you can change italics, underline, you can bold, you can add hyperlinks up here, strike throughs, and if you want, you can adjust the padding, margins. So if I wanted to add a gap up here, I would simply drag the margin up and it's going to give me some space. Text alignment, if I want it, center justified or right justified, you can change those here. You can add a text shadow. You can use this text transform if you want to have something like all uppercase, for instance, or only capitalize the first letter. You'll also be able to clone elements. So once you have something set up how you want it, you can hit this clone button and it's going to make a copy. Then you can use the move to kind of drag it wherever you want and just drop it. So it's a drag and drop funnel builder. You can do that with images as well. So if you want to quickly duplicate things across your site, you can use the clone button, move stuff where you want it. And then say you want a different image here, you would simply scroll down, delete that URL, upload your new one, and now you have that image. So it's pretty intuitive once you get in here. The main thing is getting to know how the layouts work across the sites. Optionally, you can add pop-ups on your web pages. So if you want a button to open a pop-up form, you can use that. And it's built the same as the regular funnel. So you would add a headline, then you could add your form here. And just like that, you have a simple pop-up. Always hit save while you're working too, in case for some reason you get disrupted. So save often while you're working, and you won't have to have any issues. If you have any questions about using the builder, go ahead and reach out. And again, if you need any help with us customizing a design for you, we can get something set up for you starting at as low as $297. We'll come in, hop on a Zoom. You're going to let us know what you want. We'll give you a quote, and we can have that done in as little as 1 to 3 days. When you request a template from the funnel library, you can just enter info here as I describe in this video, and we'll just get back to you and probably hop on a Zoom call to diagnose what you're looking to do. So with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful. Lots of other training from various people online about how to use a funnel builder and cool design tools. Can't cover everything in this video, but hopefully that's enough to kind of get you going and playing around in there. And again, if you just want to outsource that, we'd be happy to just take that project on and get you rolling. So appreciate you, stay legendary, and we'll catch you on the next video.